practice?
I felt good, man. Obviously, been pretty much going back and forth with training staff, trying to figure out when I'm going to get back and when I'm going to start being able to participate in certain things. So it felt good.
It's a step. Do you think it's enough of a step that Sunday you have some optimism, or is it a little soon?
I think we'll probably go through practice tomorrow, see what's going on, and obviously let's come up with a decision on whether to go or whether to just wait another week.
How impressed have you been watching Dare since you've been out?
Sure, I've been loving seeing Dare, get what he deserved, man. I think Dare come to work, he come to practice, he work hard, he do everything the right way, and he's very reliable. So I'm just happy to see him, reaping the benefits of what he worked for.
Being the competitor that you are and having the start to the year that you had, how tough was it the past couple weeks sitting out and not being able to play?
Shit, what you think? I was number one in the league in rushing. I want to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Other than, obviously I was stopped because of that weak-ass hip drop tackle. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do nothing about that. I want to be out there more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So obviously it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm going to just keep on working, and when it's time to, be out there, I'm going to do what I got to do to show I'm the best on the field. Simple as that.
How frustrating was it that type of injury was the one that took you out, the one that they banned from the NFL? How frustrating was it to just be on the side because of an illegal hit?
I mean, it's very frustrating because, you got guys out here protecting themselves from hits. You know what I'm saying? And they getting fined $45,000, $50,000, and for a legal hip drop tackle, we getting fined, 16 when it's supposed to be an emphasis. It's supposed to be taken out the game. You know what I'm saying? So obviously the priorities ain't right. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So obviously it is frustrating to see, but it is what it is. If we're gonna, talk about playing the game the right way, we also got to have integrity for the game when it comes to it. So that's how I feel about it.
Joe, how much optimism does it give you that the offense maybe hasn't been clicking as well as it could, and still 4-1, and there's still so much room to grow with you guys?
I mean, them boys making it happen. Whether they clicking or not, they making it happen. When the plays need to be made, they making it shake. So, all the guys coming up big when we need them, and I'm just happy to, see them boys doing their thing out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody contributing in a major way. When it's time to have that money play or that money down, guys coming through clutch. So it's a hell of a thing to see. I mean, obviously I've been on the sideline, but at the end of the day, for me, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to be the biggest supporter of my teammates, making sure they turned up and, believe in them more than, I'm sure anybody else do.
Obviously, you wanted to come back no matter what. Does it seem maybe not more urgent, but Nico held it down when you were out. Now you kind of hold it down for Nico.
Shit, I'm gonna hold it down regardless when I'm in there, whether he in there or not. You know what I'm saying? I think you got guys who else feel that way, like Tank, Steph. You know what I'm saying? CJ, all them boys probably feel that same way. So, it's everybody gonna play for their brothers, do what they gotta do to, obviously come out with the dub. These next. You know what I'm saying? This next stretch right here that we about to hit in the second quarter of the season is crucial. It's critical. And I think that, we just got to do whatever we can to go out here each and every week and take care of business. Because at the end of the year, you know what I'm saying, if we take care of business now, we're going to be where we want to be at the end of the year. So I just, I hope, we go out there and do whatever we got to do. No matter how ugly it is, no matter how, good it look. As long as we come out with the dub, that's all that matters.
The guy that's been at the forefront of targets, a lot of involvement in the past, as long as this season. How comfortable do you feel stepping to the forefront again?
Not at all. I mean, obviously we got a lot of horses in the stable. Kind of something that we talked about going into this season, just depth-wise. We got a lot of guys. Super unfortunate, obviously. That's a guy who's leading the league. Just extremely talented, not just size, just everything, what he brings to the table. So, obviously, we got a lot of guys that, we're not going to think too much about it. It's unfortunate, but, everybody just got to do their job. You ain't got to do nothing special than you was already doing. Everybody just do their 111, because we'll be fine. But we got a lot of horses in the stables, and it's interesting to give a lot of guys some opportunities that maybe haven't been out there. And keep this good thing rolling. We'll take those ugly wins. Hopefully we can get a pretty win, but, we'll take those ugly wins any day of the week.
Hey, Steph, you have been around the league for a loss and
Yes,
the
ma'am.
injury and all that kind of stuff. We know what you can do on the field. Talk about how your leadership kicks in at a time like this to help the young guys around you.
It's crazy because I just, being young, I was young. You get a little impatient when you just waiting your turn. And, I've been there. I told them directly to their face, I said, I'm not going to rub your back and tell you it's all good. I'm going to tell you that, this is just part of the game as far as like just everybody just trying to stay healthy. The best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? And it does happen. You know what I'm saying? So for the young guys, I was like, listen, y'all got an interesting opportunity, a great opportunity in front of y'all. Do what you can. You know what I'm saying? Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, be on your job. I said other curse words for them, but, obviously do what you got to do. But it's unfortunate events, but it's an opportunity for y'all to show what y'all can do and play at a very high level. I've been there. I remember my first year, I didn't play the first 3 or 4 games or something like that, and I was waiting my turn, and I was getting real anxious, real impatient, and I just really wanted it to happen so bad that I just had to go back in the lab, understand that timing is everything, and really trust in your timing. You know what I'm saying? Trust in God's timing, and trust that it'll happen when it's supposed to, and make sure that your blade is sharp when it's time.
You got a chance to hear your teammate Joe Mixon talk about, wanting to be out there, the competitor that he is. Is that the type of mindset that just runs through this locker room and this team?
It's real competitive in here. You can kind of feel it, you know what I'm saying, how many guys we got, how many guys that want to play at a high level. Obviously, like a guy next to me, Tank, you know what I'm saying, just, Joe, Tank, CJ, everybody wants to play at an extremely high level all the time, not just in the game, but in practice. And we want a lot of good things to happen, so it kind of starts with the work ethic, and everybody got it, you know what I'm saying? So, it's only one ball. You know what I'm saying? So when you get your opportunities, take advantage.
So Christian Gonzalez, a lot of times he will shadow and follow a wide receiver. What do you see from him as a younger corner?
He's very impressive. You know what I'm saying? He got hurt last year. You know what I'm saying? I was in Buffalo last year, so I had got a good eye on him as far as like watching him. He's very impressive, great hips, a strong guy too. Coming out, he was one of the top picks, obviously. He was impressive in college, so definitely something for us to look forward to. Me personally, I've been in the league a long time. I've seen a lot of corners, so he's definitely a hell of an athlete. We look forward to, especially myself.
We'll do a couple more. Stefon, you got to see Xavier take a bunch of snaps this past week once Nico went out. What impresses you about what he can do in your guys' 3 wide receiver sets? Hutchinson.
We got X too, so we call them both X. We just call him Hutch. But he's been playing. It's not his first time out there. Obviously, we saw him in the preseason have a good preseason, but he's been having a good year as far as like just doing his job, doing what he's supposed to, and being where he's supposed to be. So, like I said, it's only one ball, but those guys get their opportunities and they take full advantage. You see them at the game playing at a high level. I don't even think twice about it. Guys are out there, they playing at a high level, they doing their job.
What will it be? What will it mean for the team to have a guy like Joe Mixon back after he said I'm asking?
It's tough, obviously. Without him, he has a huge impact on his team. Not even just the football stuff. Like people see him as a running back that was 30 carries, running people over, outrunning people. But it's more so the mindset that he has in that another captain. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he doesn't have the C on his chest, he is one of those guys that's leading us, and he's a joy to be around out there. Getting everybody going. It's just another voice on that offense that have had that reinforcement as far as like everybody get on their job, everybody do what they're supposed to do, and reassurance that nobody's by themselves.
So you guys as receivers feel like you're well equipped to pick up the slack and fill in for him?
I feel like we all up to par for the slack from Nico. Everybody, we got dogs in the receiver room. Start with Mitch, Hutch, myself, Steve. I feel like we'll do well.
How do you guys try to kind of make up for what he does stretching the field vertically?
Just play football, man. Like leg 7, go through his progressions, man. I feel like Nico is a big factor in our offense. We all know that, but we still have other players who can go down and stretch the field. Win deep routes and underneath and do some of the similar things that Nico does, man. But just feel like all together we just got to play football.
I know it's early, but how good is it to be 4-1 and leading the division at this point of the season?
It's amazing. Our goal was to be undefeated, but 4-1 don't sound too bad either. So it's amazing, man. We just got to keep taking it one game at a time. Next up is the Patriots, so try to be 5-1. That's our main thing, and just keep going.
Do you feel like it's encouraging that y'all are 4-1 and maybe haven't played your best football yet?
Yeah, definitely, man. I feel like when we put it all together, it's going to be a scary team, man. I feel like when the offense get rolling, I feel like the defense been doing doing their thing, you know. And the offense, we, you know, like we always keep saying, shooting ourselves in the foot, and we haven't played a complete game yet. You know, we seen like the offense do like some good things, but we haven't played a full football game yet. So I feel like once we piece that together, it's gonna be great.
Tank, both CJ and Coach talked highly about New England's defense. Just from what you've seen on film, what stands out about them?
You know, they fly around, they're aggressive. Also, you know, they like to get hands on. They got a good cornerback over there. They got some good DBs over there. They got a good D lineman, number 99 over there. I believe that's his number. But man, they want to play football. You know, they want to win. You know, so it's the NFL. Also, like I said before, man, every game is gonna be hard. So they got a good defense.
Take the leadership of CJ and Stefon as guys are so established. How much do you feel like that will help you guys through this transition with Nico being sidelined?
You know, they're gonna keep them the same guys. You know, they doing the same thing they was doing when Nico was here. So they're gonna continue doing that. You know, being vocal, leading on and off the field, leading in the huddle and things like that. So it's gonna be the same.
You feel just to know that he's not going to be around for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, you know, it hurts. That's a guy who I've seen put in a lot of work. He was off to a terrific start in this season. But, you know, with that, you know, I just really care about how he's doing mentally. You know, I know that can be a thing where, you know, I don't want you to go down the wrong path. Not saying that he would, but, you know, just looking out for him. I respect him and I care about him a lot, you know, and as much as, you know, I want him to be a great player, some things happen, you know, where you can't control it. So I just want to really be there for him when he needs me.
But that being said, man, you've worked for whatever opportunities you've received around here. How do you kind of view this? How has that work prepared you for what they might ask you to do in Nico's absence?
Yeah, you know, I think I've always tried to prepare like I was a starter. You know, I feel like that's helped me out a lot. But also, you know, just whatever opportunities I get, I got to capitalize on those opportunities. And I know I'm going to capitalize on those opportunities if they come my way. So, you know, I'm just ready to go out here, do whatever I have to do, you know, with the team and just get a team win.
No matter who plays receiver, you got to earn the quarterback's trust. It looks like you've done that with CJ, man. How have you done that?
Just showing up and being the same person every day. You know, I feel like Seven has extreme belief in himself, and I feel like, you know, I've earned, you know, I don't want to speak for him, but I feel like I've earned his trust with just the way I've prepared each and every day. And I feel like he's seen the growth in me that maybe he wanted to see in me. You know, you just got to keep going. Just got to keep putting, you know, the stones in front of another.